All right. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Keaton Talks Sports here, back with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram. Link is down in the box below. This is my New York Knicks versus Boston Celtics live stream for Game 2. The Knicks are up 1-0. They've won Game 1 last game in overtime with a score 108-105. Big win for the New York Knicks, obviously going on the road in a hostile environment into the Boston Celtics and getting the big-time dub. Jalen Brunson obviously had a huge game. The Celtics obviously had a 20-point lead, and they ended up blowing that game in the end. So the Celtics got to do a much better job in Game 2. Obviously, it's a much important game for the Celtics. You can't afford to fall down 2-0 in this important rival game. So with that being said, we have a few minutes here before we get started with the game, but I just want to touch on some of the games in Game 1. Obviously, all the road teams won. The Denver Nuggets went on the road and beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, which nobody really saw coming. The Cleveland Cavaliers, the most shocking of them all, losing both games at home to the Indiana Pacers. I mean, that Pacers team, man, is just – they're just a feisty ball club at the end of the day, man. They're physical, they have size, and they're not scared of anyone. Everyone thought this – I thought this game was over when Cleveland went up by 20, and they just kept fighting themselves back into the game, and obviously they found themselves in the mix to win it at the end there. They got a few key turnovers against the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell had 48 points. He can only do so much on his end with the 3 injuries that the Cavs were dealing with on their side. But no excuses for the Cavaliers. They got to do a much better job of closing out the game better, especially at home. And then you got the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, they got the dub at Minnesota in Game 1. I mean, I just think it's going to come down to experience. I mean, Golden State, obviously, they have way more experience than the Minnesota Timberwolves do at the end of the day. I mean, Anthony Edwards had a terrible game. Golden State, you have to really give them credit, too. I mean, they won that game without Steph Curry, who went out with a hamstring injury. So you have to give them much credit there from getting a big-time win on the road at Minnesota in a hostile environment. But it's one game. It's a long series. We'll see what happens. But tonight we have the Knicks versus Celtics, crucial Game 2 for the Boston Celtics. Like I said, the Knicks got a big-time W in Game 1. We'll see if the Knicks can come out and get another W on the road at the Celtics. It's going to be interesting seeing how Boston responds, after blowing that 20-point lead, which is very inexcusable. This isn't the first time that the Celtics have blown big-time leads. I mean, whether you're a Celtics fan or an NBA fan out there, you pretty much have watched the Celtics. Sometimes they get too comfortable when they have a lead. Obviously, the three-point shot wasn't falling for the Celtics. And they just kept jacking up threes and ended up costing them. It kept the Knicks in the game, and the Knicks started making shots late while the Celtics weren't, and the Celtics got tight, and the Knicks took complete advantage of that opportunity, and they got a big-time dub on the road. So credit the Knicks, but we'll see what happens. But like I said, we got a few minutes here. I just wanted to come on early just to get things set up for you guys for this live stream. It's one of my first times doing this live stream for the NBA. Obviously, a lot of you guys don't know who I am, or those of you who are new to the channel. Pretty much all my content, I do NBA, I do NFL, I do college football, all the basic sports. So you'll see a lot of content on this YouTube channel as we get towards the seasons here, and then on my Instagram as well, Keaton Talks Sports, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, any Knicks fans, I wanted to wait until I get the chat going. Obviously, we have one person viewing right now, but any Knicks fans or any Celtics fans in the chat, let me know, or any NBA fan base is welcome in this chat. I welcome all fan bases. But before I get started here, I just wanted to say this before I get started with the live stream. Like I said, I just do this for fun. I'm not asking for any type of money or anything like that. If you guys want to send money or group or super chats to me, that's up to you, but I'm not asking for anything. I just do this for fun because I have a huge passion for sports, and I just want to give my overall live play-by-play reaction of this Game 2 tonight. We are about to get started here in a few moments here. But yeah, huge game tonight for the Celtics. They have to win. Obviously, they're defending NBA champions. They've been in a situation before, obviously. I mean, if you look at 2 years ago when obviously they didn't make the finals, but they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Miami Heat. But that year, they lost game one in every single series leading up to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they were able to bounce back. So can't write off the Celtics team yet, but obviously they have to figure out a way to close out games better. It's just no excuse for the Celtics to have a 20-point lead the way they did and to let the Knicks back in the game and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like I said, we're about to get started here in a moment. We'll see what happens. Knicks are about to come out of the huddle here. It's a loud crowd in Boston tonight. Jalen Brunson, like I said, that dude's a dog. I mean, the way he just took over that game one, especially at the end, going into overtime, all that stuff. He just took over, and Celtics had no answer. So I'm curious to see how the Boston Celtics come out defensively against Jalen Brunson. If they're able to slow him down and make somebody else score, then they have a golden opportunity to get game two. But if Brunson gets going again and the rest of their supporting cast follow him, then the Knicks have a chance to steal game two. So it's going to be interesting seeing what happens. And Kristaps Porzingis looking like he's playing tonight. He was out with an illness in game one. So getting him back tonight is huge for the Boston Celtics. Obviously, he pretty much is everything for that ball club. But he's looking like he's going to come off the bench. So it's going to be Jrue Holiday, Derrick White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford as your starting five. And then Knicks are going with their normal five: Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Karl-Anthony Towns as your starting five. So it's going to be a physical game. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game once again. So I'm curious to see how both these teams. And really what it's going to come down to is the coaches, in my opinion. What adjustments does Joe Mazzulla and Tom Thibodeau make in this game? Because as hot as Knicks were in game one, there's no guarantee they're going to be hot in game two. So if the shot isn't falling for either team, what adjustments does both coaches make? So I'm going to keep a very close eye on that tonight. But we're about to tip off here in just a few moments. The Celtics are wearing their green uniforms. The Knicks are going with their all-white uniforms in this matchup. All right, about to tip off, and the Knicks won the tip. Jalen Brunson has the ball. All right. Passes to Josh Hart on the left side. Back to Jalen Brunson. Passes to Josh Hart in the left corner. Nothing there. Penetrates. Good defense by Al Horford. OG Anunoby. Shot clock winding down. And Anunoby hits the three. Knicks are up 3-0. Barely got the shot off, but it counted. All right, Celtics have the ball. Tatum with the ball. Passes to Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday drives. Gets an easy layup. 3-2 Boston, or 3-2 New York. Great drive by Jrue Holiday. I mean, Jrue Holiday, like I said, man, he's an all-around point guard. This makes the game easy for the Boston Celtics. Huge pickup in that trade with the Milwaukee Bucks just over a year ago. All right, Mikal Bridges has the ball. He drives. Horford, good defense. Misses the layup by Mikal Bridges. Tatum with the rebound. Derrick White out in the wing, back to Tatum. Over Jaylen Brown in the right corner. Jaylen Brown drives. Gets blocked by Karl-Anthony Towns, but they get the offensive rebound. Jrue Holiday for the three. Misses. Another offensive rebound by the Celtics. Al Horford for three. Misses. Mikal Bridges with the rebound. Ball out of bounce. Boston ball. Okay. Tatum with the ball. Sets a screen by Jrue Holiday. Passes to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown takes a three. Misses. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound. Jalen Brunson with the ball. All right. Drives over Derrick White. Jalen Brunson misses the easy bunny. Rebound by Tatum. All right. Derrick White drives to the lane. Misses another easy layup. Man, Celtics are getting a lot of easy layups. They're just not converting. Another rebound by Towns. Okay. Mikal Bridges with the shot, misses. A lot of misses early for both squads. Jaylen Brown with the ball. Little ISO by Jaylen Brown. Gets in the paint and gets the ball taken away by Anunoby. Anunoby with the ball drives on Al Horford. Misses another layup. Rebound by Jaylen Brown. Tatum with the ball. Passes to Derrick White. Tatum with the ball. 3-point shot by Tatum. Air bar breaks. Holy crap. They're missing a lot of easy shots in this first quarter early. Okay. Brunson with the ball. He's going to work on Horford. Horford's playing solid defense. Passes the ball to Mikal Bridges in the corner. Foul by Tatum as he gets tied up by Karl-Anthony Towns. 8:50 left in the first quarter. Knicks up 3-2. Tom Thibodeau, 5th season as the New York Knicks head coach. Karl-Anthony Towns with the shot, misses. Tatum with the rebound. All right, both teams are really struggling shooting the ball early. Tatum passed the ball, Jrue Holiday. Celtics score, up 4-3, Boston Celtics. Easy layup by Jrue Holiday. All right. Got Mikal Bridges with the ball. Back to Jalen Brunson. Sets a screen. Brunson going to work with the three. Misses. Tatum with the rebound. Outlet pass to Jrue Holiday. Another foul by Jalen Brunson. 8:15 left in the first quarter. Celtics up 4-3. Very curious to see in this matchup. You look at the New York Knicks. I mean, their starters played about pretty much the entire game in game one. 53 minutes combined for the starting five. So I'm wondering, would the fatigue be a factor in this game as the series goes on? The Celtics aren't just going to lay down. They know that they blew game one, so they're going to come out aggressive. New York Knicks, I'm curious to see what adjustments they make. But we all know the history of Tom Thibodeau. He likes to play his players way too many minutes. And, I mean, really a key reason why the Knicks had all those injuries last year against Indiana. So I'm curious to see how long they can sustain this level of production from Brunson and the rest of their squad playing those heavy minutes. All right, Jalen Brunson. Okay, he's looking like he's taking a little break on the bench. It's a very physical game early. Both squads are having trouble scoring right now. All right, this looks like a clear path foul by the New York Knicks. Jrue Holiday will be shooting 2 free throws. Yeah, it's easily a clear path foul. Nobody was back but Brunson. Oh, they took the 3 away. Wow. Okay. So looking like it was 4-3. They took the points off the board. Now it's 4-0 Celtics. Jrue Holiday at the free throw line. Holiday makes it 5-0 Celtics. Holiday gets another opportunity to go up 6-0 if he makes it. Misses. Celtics still get the ball here. So they took the points away from the New York Knicks. Not really sure why they did that, but it's 5-0 Celtics early. Jaylen Brown with the basketball in midcourt. Dribbles between his legs. Shoots over Jalen Brunson, misses. Rebound by OG Anunoby. Anunoby with the ball, almost stolen by Jaylen Brown. Josh Hart with the 3, shoots it, misses. A lot of missed shots early by the New York Knicks. Jrue Holiday with the ball, dribbles downhill, back to Tatum. Set the screen by Holiday to give Tatum some space up top. Tatum going to work on Towns, passes back to Al Horford. Horford takes it, but gets his own rebound and makes the layup. 7-0 Celtics early. How are the Knicks going to respond here? off to a really slow start. Towns down low, backs down Jrue Holiday. Town banks it in for their first points of the game with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. 7-2 Celtics. All right. Jrue Holiday to Derrick White. Derrick White with the floater makes it. Really good start early from the Boston Celtics. Brunson drives. Ooh, almost a travel. He almost picked up his dribble there. Anunoby on the left corner. Drives right, drives down low. Good defense by Tatum. Jalen Brunson shoots it. Misses the easy shot. But clean up by Karl-Anthony Towns. So just got to do a better job rebounding there over Towns. All right. Derrick White with the ball. Was about to shoot, but passes down to Jaylen Brown. Good defense by Josh Hart. Jaylen Brown finds a way, and he makes it and one. Jaylen Brown with the golden opportunity for a three-point play here. 11-4 Celtics early. Exactly what I said in game one. All those missed threes that the Celtics were all the missed threes that they had in game one, they were still jacking up three-point shots. Now they're being aggressive, getting the ball downhill, getting to the free throw line, which is exactly what they need to do if the shot is not falling. So really good start by the Boston Celtics. Slow start by the New York Knicks, missing a lot of shots early. Outside of Towns, getting those two layups to keep the Knicks above water. 12-4 Boston as we are in commercial break. But yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, man. I mean, these playoff games so far have been crazy. Like, you look at the Cavs game last night, for instance. I mean, they had a 20-point lead against the Pacers. I really thought they were going to win that game. And I just thought they ran out of gas, especially in that fourth quarter. They kind of got lackadaisical. Not taking care of the basketball. Pacers took advantage of the opportunities when they had it. Donovan Mitchell had 48 points. He did what he could to keep the Cavs in the game, keep them above water, obviously, with all the injuries that they were dealing with Mobley and DeAndre Hunter and Darius Garland, the three best players on their side. So wasn't expecting the Cavs to be down 2-0, but at the end of the day, still a long series. We'll see. Obviously, they have to win game 3 or else the series is a wrap. And I think another thing is this is their best shot to win a title because at the end of the day, you won 64 games. There's no guarantee if you lose in the second round this year that the Cavs will ever get this far again, especially with, other teams getting better. We'll see where Giannis ends up. I think he's going to leave Milwaukee, in my opinion. I don't see him come back to Milwaukee, especially, the way Dame got hurt. And I just don't, Bucks don't have any sort of cap space to better the team. I think Giannis ends up somewhere else. I don't know what team. I'm probably make a separate video about that down the line. But Giannis is definitely going to be out. I think Bucks start the rebuild process there in Milwaukee. I just don't see them. I think, Giannis got them a championship. And I just think it's time for him to move on. He's 30 years old now. I think he has to not continue wasting his time in Milwaukee. Get to a bigger market, maybe like New York or maybe LA or something, which I doubt he'll go to LA, but we'll see what happens. Houston could obviously look for Giannis. I mean, you saw what Houston did in that series against Golden State. Had trouble scoring. I mean, they really went through a lot of droughts without scoring a bucket. So they could use Giannis' services. But, I mean, a lot of teams are going to give the bag for Giannis. I mean, he's that special of a talent. But, again, I just don't think he's going to come back to Milwaukee, in my opinion. The Denver series against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, Denver obviously has more experience than the Thunder. I know the Thunder have had a great regular season. But the Denver Nuggets, they use their experience to their advantage, especially in that fourth quarter. Russell Westbrook had a phenomenal game. Jokic, I mean, what more can I say about Jokic at this point? I mean, I think he's going to win. I mean, between him and Shea Alexander, I mean, both of those guys are top MVP candidates at the end of the day. So, all right, but we are back from commercial. Celtics have the ball. They're up 11-4. They have one more free throw, I believe. Or they have the ball, I think. Yeah. All right. Good start early by the ball. Okay, Jaylen Brown's at the free throw line again. for one more free throw. Okay, Jaylen Brown misses. He's got to make his free throws. That's what hurt the Celtics in game one, missing the free throws. All right, and no, he missed the three. Rebound by Derrick White. Derrick White looks down low to Brown, the post. Brown goes down low against Hart, makes the free throw again. Be aggressive if you're the Boston Celtics. That's what I said in game one. They got to be more aggressive. They're great at shooting threes, but they're more efficient when they're getting downhill and getting to the free throw line. All right, Mikal Bridges the ball, shoots over the defense, misses. Tatum with the rebound. All right, Tatum past Derrick White. Derrick White for three, makes it. Boston Celtics up 16-4 early. Great start by the Celtics. What are the Knicks going to do? I said this earlier. They played 53 minutes with their starting five in game one. So is the fatigue going to be a factor in this game? Pritchard with the three misses. Rebound by Towns. Knicks got to get something going offensively here. They're off to a really slow start. And they'll be with the ball up top. Drives over Peyton Pritchard. Looks at Josh Hart. Almost lost it. Mikal Bridges misses the layup. Rebound by Cornette. Outlet to Derrick White. Jaylen Brown. Oh. And it was an offensive foul. He was trying to dunk it over Brunson, but ended up missing it, but ended up being a charge. I like the way Jaylen Brown is being aggressive in this game because he was not aggressive at all in game one. Honestly, he should have finished that, even though it would have been a charge either way. But, I mean, smart play by Brunson to give up his body right there. Yeah, Jaylen Brown got to finish that, though, man. I mean, doesn't get any better than that. All right, Brunson, ball up top. Pass to Mitchell Robinson. Misses the layup again. Knicks are getting opportunities down low. They're just not converting. Peyton Pritchard drives. To Jaylen Brown to Derrick White up top. Jaylen Brown sets a screen on Brunson. Derrick White drives over to Cornette. Cornette misses an easy bunny layup right at the rim. Got to hit the square, buddy. Got to hit the square there. All right, Brunson with the ball. Back to Josh Hart. Josh Hart for three. Makes it. All right. Wonder if this will get the Knicks going here. 16-7. Celtics are up early with 3.5 left in the first quarter. All right, Derrick White to Jason Tatum. Cornette sets a screen. Tatum drives into his right side, gets to the layup, or gets to the rim, misses the easy layup. Rolls around the rim, just went out for Jason Tatum. Anunoby with the drive to Mitchell Robinson with the dunk. All right, and the New York Knicks are getting themselves going offensively here. They're getting to the rim at will. Inching their way back in the game. Let's see if them driving down low the way they are can open up the three-point shot here. All right, Brown up top. White sets a screen. White shoots another three and makes it. Puts the Boston Celtics up double digits, 19-9, 3 minutes in the first quarter. Derrick White with 8 points, 3 for 4 from the field. All right. Brunson with the ball. Oh, Ross the ball. Good defense by Brown. Tatum with the drive. And another missed layup by Tatum. And Peyton Pritchard. Oh, foul on Bridges. Okay, it looked like Peyton Pritchard stepped out of bounds there. But it's a foul on Bridges. All right, so the Celtics are off to a really good start early. They're getting to the rim. They're getting playing phenomenal defense on the New York Knicks, making it hard on them. The Knicks, they got to make shots. They're having trouble making shots here early in the first quarter. So I'm curious to hear you guys. Who do you guys think is going to win the whole thing this year? I mean, you know, this Boston Celtics are obviously your NBA or defending NBA champions. I'm curious to hear, who do you guys think is going to win the whole thing this year? Let me know down below. If you're a Celtics fan, Knicks fan, if you're just any NBA fan out there, who do you think is going to win it all this year? Because it looked like it was going to be Cleveland at first, but with all the injuries that they're dealing with, man, I don't know. I'm not going to give up on them just yet, but this was their best shot to win. I mean, Oklahoma City, like I said, I know they lost game 1, but they're still really good. I mean, honestly, I think it's wide open. I really don't think there's a favorite. Like, Golden State can come out the West. You never know. Denver could do something. I mean, I think it's anybody's ball. I don't think there's a clear favorite. OKC, obviously, they had the regular season that they had. But, I don't know. I think it's wide open. The Celtics could repeat if they wanted to. The Pacers are a team that nobody should be joking around. Like I said, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. So, could they get back there this year? They could. If they continue to play. If Cavaliers don't find a way to slow down their transition offense, this could be a quick series.
People want to know.
So,
why do I doubt so much?
But Knicks fans, like I say, you got the win in game 1. I mean, realistically, how far do you think this series will go? Because there's a lot of people that say the Celtics win in 5. Some Knicks fans think they're going to win in 6. I don't know. I mean, like I said, these are 2 physical teams, 2 historic franchises going at it. Obviously, the Knicks are looking to take that next step at getting to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2000, which is crazy. It's 2025 now. Now it's 25 years ago. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, the Celtics are still the team to beat until someone beats them. Like I said, they're defending NBA champions for a reason. Can never write them off. But I believe Denver and Denver and Oklahoma City play after this game. So I'm probably going to tune in and watch that after this game's over here. But, again, huge game for Oklahoma City as well. I mean, they have to bounce back after, like I said, they had a big lead the way they did in that game, and then Denver just slowly got themselves back into the game, and they just used their experience. Aaron Gordon is such a monster on the boards, man. I mean, he's such a huge part of what Denver does for that offense and on defense. I'm just really on both sides of the floor. And for what they've been able to do after firing Mike Malone, like I was not expecting Denver to be anywhere near where they are. Like I thought they would lose first round. I mean, firing your head coach at the end of the season, that doesn't really happen that often. For them to be able to rally the way they are, getting to the second round, some impressive stuff. That just shows that Denver, like I said, they have the most experience out of the teams in this round. So I'm curious to see how they progress the rest of the series and see how Oklahoma City responds after blowing that lead. All right, but we're back in here. Kristaps Porzingis is in the game. He missed game 1 due to an illness. Like I said, another guy that's a huge part of what the Celtics want to do in terms of a championship run. But with that being said, Jaylen Brown with the ball, shot clock winding down. Porzingis does not know how much time's left on the clock. Shot clock violation. New York Knicks ball. 19-9 Celtics with 2:20 left in the first quarter. Curious to see how Porzingis moves, because like I said, he's missed a lot of time as well. So I'm just going to really pay attention to see how he moves on the court. Okay, Knicks have the ball. Robinson with the ball. He gets the ball and just loses it. I don't know what happened there. Celtics got the ball. Pritchard has the ball on the left wing. Dribbles to the other side of the court. Who's he looking for here? He's looking for Porzingis down low. Step back. Pritchard misses, but gets the offensive rebound with Jrue Holiday. Pritchard with another 3 and makes it. Holy crap. The Celtics are hot right now. Now the Celtics are the ones crashing the boards and getting second chance opportunities. 22-9 New York, or 22-9 Boston early. Brunson misses another 3. But the Anunoby gets the rebound. Brunson drives, looks out for Josh Hart. Wide open 3. Another miss by New York. They're missing a lot of easy three-point shots here. Again, you have to wonder if the fatigue is starting to set in from playing those heavy minutes in game 1. All right, Pritchard is driving all over the Knicks defense. Passes, but terrible pass. Mitch Robinson with the steal. Josh Hart goes down low. Outlet to McBride. He misses, but Robinson with the rebound and dunks it. All right, it's a big board for the New York Knicks. again, but they're still having trouble scoring, so we'll see if the Knicks can cut down this lead. All right, 22-11 with 50 seconds left in the first quarter. All right, Jaylen Brown has the ball up top. Celtics are milking the clock. Screen by Pritchard, left side. Jaylen Brown drives left hand. Little bunny shot, and it goes in. Jaylen Brown with the bucket. Jaylen Brown's definitely getting downhill. It's what he's best at. You know, he's good at shooting threes, but he's more effective when he gets the ball downhill. All right, so we got Brunson with the ball, screen by Robinson. Brunson, Porzingis is all over Brunson, and Brunson is still able to find. What a play by Brunson. I mean, for him to be able to get around the defenders like that and get downhill and to just be able to create something out of nothing, Brunson is just a special player. Don't know why Dallas let him go, to be honest. All right, looking like a foul on New York. 4 seconds left in the first quarter, 24-13 Celtics. I mean, that's good defense by Porzingis. I mean, not much you can do there. But Brunson's just, like I say, creative offensively and could just make something out of nothing.
Just under 5 seconds to go here in the first.
All right.
Celtics have led by 13.
Celtics' biggest lead was 13. 4 seconds left. Celtics have an opportunity to go up. Horford with the three, misses. Bridges gets the ball and he misses. 24-13 Celtics at the end of the first quarter. So really good start by the Boston Celtics, especially on defense. New York Knicks having trouble scoring. Great start by the Celtics, but it's still a long way to go. We've seen this many times with the Celtics. They had leads. Let's see if they can hold on to it. And let's see if New York can get themselves back in the game here in the second quarter. All right. 24-13 Celtics at the end of the first quarter here. All right. But getting back to what I was saying about Giannis earlier, like, where do you guys think he goes? Like, I'm very curious to see where you guys think he goes here because I think he's going to leave Milwaukee. Now, I can sit here right now and give you a couple of teams that I think Giannis can go to. I mean, I'm looking, like I said, I think, the Knicks is a possibility. I'm looking at teams like, I don't know about the Lakers. I don't know if they have cap space, honestly. I'm looking at a team like the Rockets. They need scoring. Like, you look at that series against the Knicks, they had trouble scoring. So, like, Giannis on that team would definitely make the Rockets much better. Now, the only disadvantage is you're in the below the Western Conference. But at the end of the day, if Giannis wants to truly win, you have to leave Milwaukee and go somewhere where you give yourself a chance. I think, in my opinion, why not Golden State if you're Giannis? I mean, if Golden State is able to get Kevin Durant that summer, what makes you think that the Warriors won't get Giannis? And think about this too. If you're Golden State, you get Giannis, you're playing with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, right? You probably have to trade some of your young players, plus obviously draft picks. It's probably going to take at least 4 first-round picks to get Giannis if you're any team out there. Think about it. If he goes to Golden State, Curry probably plays another 3 years on an elite level. I know he's out right now with the hamstring injury, but I think he'll be back. He'll be fine. But, like, that extends his career for at least another couple of years to at least give him a shot at winning another championship. Right? New York, obviously, is another option. The Knicks are another option. The only problem with the New York Knicks is, does Giannis want to be on a team where he's coached by Tibbs, who plays his players way too many minutes? Does Giannis want to be a part of that? It would be awesome. And given his talent and what Giannis does on a nightly basis, him in a big market would fill out seats without a doubt. Whether if that's in New York or LA or whatever, or Miami is a possibility. The only thing about Miami, though, is I don't know if they have the assets to get Giannis. And then you got Pat Riley, who just fails time and time again with Jimmy Butler, just running stars out of town. I mean, Miami right now is not an attractive destination. It's not an attractive destination as I'm speaking. So I'm just looking at possibilities of where Giannis could go. I think Golden State is up there. I think the Houston Rockets, and don't sleep on the San Antonio Spurs. Giannis and Wemby playing together. I've been screaming for the Spurs to get Wemby another star that can go next to him for a while. So that's a possibility as well. But we are back here. Start of the second quarter. Derrick White with the ball. He looks to his left to Tatum. Tatum goes to work, backs down Mikal Bridges. Step back, jump shot, misses. Rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Kieran Payne with the ball, drives to his right. Okay, Karl-Anthony Towns gets the ball up top. Looking to go to work on Al Horford. Misses another layup. Should have made that for Towns. Rebound by Tatum. Pass to Derrick White. Pass to Al Horford. Payne Pritchard with the ball. Looks to go to work. Tatum. What a drive by Tatum. Way to be aggressive out there. The Celtics are getting to the paint at will. New York Knicks have no answers right now. How are the Knicks going to respond? 26-13 Celtics. Towns with the ball and one over Al Horford. I mean, that was good defense by Horford, but better offense by Towns. Towns looking for a three-point play, 26-15 Celtics. See, Town, yeah, he gets the and one. That was, like I said, I mean, Horford, not much you can do there, but just better offense by Towns. All right, Towns, the free throw. All right. Knicks are down 10. They're slowly getting themselves back into the game here. Celtics have the ball here. Tatum up top. Al Horford sets a screen. Too high of a pass for Porzingis to lose the ball out of bounds. Knicks ball. Okay. All right. All right. So Towns gets the ball down low. Horford. Towns with another and one. He's going to work down low against Al Horford. Cuts the lead to 8, 26-18 Celtics. Towns looking for a three-point play to put themselves down 7 points. All right. Can Towns convert here to put the Knicks down 7? 4 of 6 for Towns from the field. Towns, he makes it. Knicks are down 26-19. Cut themselves down to 7 points here. Celtics get some offense going here for the Boston Celtics. Pritchard with the ball up top. Horford for 3. Misses another 3. Porzingis with the big-time rebound here. Back out to Pritchard for another 3. Misses. Out of bounds on the Celtics. Knicks ball. All right. Let's see if the Knicks can cut this lead down here. They're chipping away a little bit. They go back to the post to Towns against Al Horford. Towns goes down low, gets another layup. Towns is finding all kinds of way to get to the paint here. 8 points for Towns. Knicks on a little run here. All right, so I'm talking about the Celtics. What are they going to do? Tatum with the ball, shoots the ball, misses again. Towns with the rebound. Towns is going to work early on the boards. Kieran Payne with the ball on the right side. Kieran Payne shoots a 3, misses. Good rebound by Derrick White in traffic. All right. Back to Tatum. Okay. Horford with the ball. Loses the ball. What a defense by Robinson. And it looks like a jump ball between Horford and Mitchell Robinson. Great defense by Robinson. But again, Towns, like I said, getting to the paint at will. This is where he's at his best. Big body, he can work down low. He can get his easy shots down there. Instead of shooting a three ball, obviously he can shoot threes, but he's better down low when he gets his opportunities with rebounding and all that stuff. He gives the Knicks a better shot to win when he's driving and getting to the free throw line. But jump ball, Horford and Mitchell Robinson are midcourt jump ball. All right. Horford just loses the ball. I don't know what happened there. Just Mitchell Robinson comes in and takes it away from him. That didn't look like a jump ball, though.
Nonetheless, it's 22 on the clock. That's
wow. Okay.
For the Celtics, if they lose this.
All right. Celtics win the tip. Pritchard with the three. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Celtics are starting. They're selling for that three. They're not making them. Gotta be aggressive. Knicks are being aggressive. They're getting down low. Towns and Brown are going at it. Foul on Jaylen Brown. This game's getting a little physical now. It's getting physical. Side out for the Knicks.
The hot man, your coach Thibodeau in the Knicks right now. Now you've got the smaller Jaylen Brown trying to defend Karl-Anthony Towns. And here comes the intentional fouling.
All right, here comes the intentional fouling now. Mitchell Robinson is not that good of a free throw shooter, so that's why the Celtics end up fouling him, sending him to the line. Try to get in his head a little bit.
Quick foul here by either Cornette or Pritchard.
All right, Josh Hart is checking back into the game.
And now what that does, it takes Robinson off the floor here. Another big body.
Actually, right, Robinson's actually off the floor, not shooting free throws here. Side out again for the New York Knicks. Mikal Bridges with the ball. All right, Towns gets the ball in the post. They send a double team to Towns and gets blocked by Tatum. Tatum with the rebound here. Jaylen Brown with the ball. Derrick White wide open in the corner. Misses another three, but shoved by Towns on Cornette off the missed three. Towns looks shocked about the call. Yeah, that was good defense by the Celtics. I don't know what he's complaining about there.
The offensive rebounding position on the inside.
This is a really, really low-scoring game, and we're 4 minutes into the second quarter. 26-21 Celtics. All right. So Derrick White has the ball. Screen by Tatum. White goes down low. All right, layup by Cornette. Makes it 28-21 Celtics. Josh Hart gets the ball, drives. He gets a circus shot up over Cornette. What a wild shot by Josh Hart. Puts the Knicks down 5 points. Brown with the ball. Bad pass by Brown. Good save by Derrick White. Tatum gets the ball at half court. Right. Tatum with the wild pass. Hey, this is sloppy basketball by both squads. And the Celtics, is it Celtics ball? Oh, yeah, Celtics lost the ball, so Knicks ball. But really sloppy play by the Boston Celtics. They got to do a better job of getting the ball moving again. They're starting to become stagnant a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. Good defense by Jaylen Brown and Cornette, both on Towns. Towns is looking to the refs a little bit too much. He needs to get back on defense. Brown goes low. Here we go. As I'm telling you, Jaylen Brown, when he attacks the paint the way he does, he's a more effective player that way, man. I'm telling you, use your size. You're 6'8". If the shot isn't falling, get down low. That's what Jaylen Brown does here. Really good drive by Brown. Could have been and one, by the way. But Brown gets to the paint. Celtics are up 30-23. Knicks with the timeout here. All right, really good start by the Celtics. Knicks are still in it. 30-27 or 30-23. Knicks timeout here. But yeah, this is a physical game so far. I mean, both squads are having a little bit of trouble making the three-point shot. Both squads are actually getting downhill. Look at Towns. He's getting going early, but like I said, he's got to get back on defense a little more. He's complaining to the refs a little bit too much here about a couple of calls that obviously that weren't calls. That was great defense by the Boston Celtics. Great team defense. So I'm curious to see what the Knicks do for the rest of this quarter. Can they cut down the lead and get themselves a chance to come back and win it? But what's your guys' surprise? I want to hear you guys in the comments. I want to hear you guys. What's been the biggest surprise to you in these playoffs? A lot of people thought the Lakers were going to win the whole, or at least go on a deep playoff run. They end up losing in 5 games to the Timberwolves. Cleveland, obviously, to me, is the biggest surprise. Them being down 2-0. Like, I really thought they were going to come out. I mean, the way they beat Miami, obviously Miami. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. I think the play-in tournament is very dumb, in my opinion. Because Miami was 37-45. 8 games under 500. The Hawks had a better record than the Miami Heat. Now, I know Miami Heat won both games to get himself into the 8th seed. But, like, at the end of the day, I just think the play-in is so dumb, in my opinion. I think it should be your top 8 seeds, and that's it. I don't think it should be like your 9, 10 seeds should get an opportunity to get it. I think that's kind of dumb, in my opinion. A lot of that had to do with LeBron James because he was complaining about how, some of these teams that they deserve opportunities to get in the playoffs. Well, he got his wish, but I just think it's very, very dumb, in my opinion. I think they need to get rid of it. They probably won't, but I just think it's silly for a team that's 8 games above 500, and then the Hawks obviously had a way better record than they did to still make it into the playoffs over a team that has a better record. It just makes no sense to me. But, it's the new NBA we're living in right now. But obviously, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said earlier, the Celtics are still the team to beat until proven otherwise. Okay. Now the Thunder obviously have had a good regular season, great regular season. But again, I think a lot of people hate on the Celtics just because they won last year and they beat teams. Obviously, they beat a lot of these injured teams. But what's the excuse going to be this year? Everybody's healthy. I mean, Cleveland's dealing with their injuries right now, but still. There's really no excuse for Cleveland to blow the lead the way they did. But we are back here. Towns getting rebounds here at will. Getting back from commercial break. Celtics are up 30-23. Knicks have the ball here. Inbounds pass to Josh Hart. He has the ball. He's looking for Towns in the paint. Towns getting bumped around by Jaylen Brown, who's currently guarding him. Brunson misses the bunny. Rebound by Cornette. Outlet pass to Jaylen Brown. Brown drives down low. There we go. Like I said, Jaylen Brown is getting downhill at will. He's getting downhill at will. He's been doing it the entire half so far. Brown has 10 points and 5 rebounds as I'm currently speaking. Brunson gets the ball to the right side. Looks like he's about to shoot. Passes it back out to Mikal Bridges. Bridges drives over Tatum. Misses. Towns with the cleanup board again. I mean, Towns is just down there getting bored at the board, just at the right spot at the right time. Brown pulls up for 3, misses. Outlet pass to Mikal Bridges from Towns. Ends up going out of bounds. Celtics basketball. Just not a good pass by Towns. Looked like Bridges didn't see the pass coming until last second. All right, 32-25 Celtics with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Celtics, Derrick White drives to Cornette with the dunk. Put the Celtics up 9 points, 34-25. Knicks with the ball. Brunson walks the ball up the court. Sets a screen. Brunson gets to the paint. Makes it. Okay, Brunson get himself going a little bit. Let's see if he can duplicate what he did in game 1 to this game. All right, Derrick White with the ball. Tatum with the ball on the left side. Step back over Towns. Misses. Rebound by Mikal Bridges. Outlet pass to Josh Hart. Josh Hart drives to the middle of the paint. Brunson in the left corner. Drives over Derrick White. Oh, he got bumped up like a foul, but no foul called. Derrick White with the ball. Pulls up in transition for a three. Misses. Celtics are not hitting their threes right now, but they get the ball back. Three by Jrue Holiday misses. Gets another offensive rebound. Back to Brown. Brown shoots a three and he knocks it down. What a sequence by the Boston Celtics. Crashing the boards, getting second chance opportunities to get himself another shot at the three. Jaylen Brown knocks it down. Puts the Celtics up 10. But good answer by Anunoby with a three. 37-30 Celtics. Knicks are staying around. Brown is getting to the paint. And one. And one by Jaylen Brown. Brown is on the mission right now. He's not settling. He's trying to drive. He's trying to get to the free throw line. He did that. Foul on Josh Hart on the play. Brown with the chance to put the Celtics up double digits. 39-30 Celtics with 4:35 left in the second.
12 field goals, 6 makes, 6 rebounds, 2 steals.
Brown with 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. And we're only in the second quarter. All right, Brown knocks it down. Celtics are up 10 points, 40-30 with 4:35 left in the second. Brunson with the ball. Brunson drives. Great defense by Brown. Passes out to Anunoby. Anunoby for three. Air balls. Rebound by Cornette. Outlet pass to Derrick White. Goes in between his legs. Tatum up top with Anunoby guarding. Tatum looking for the screen here. Drives to his right. Drives left. Back out to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown for three. And he air balls. Holy crap. Now gets shot by Jaylen Brown. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Celtics up by 10 points.
That was a playoff record for the team. Boston shot 35%, twos and threes.
Oh, that was a terrible pass by Brunson. He was looking for Anunoby. Again, Anunoby not knowing where the pass was. Celtics basketball. Knicks are kicking themselves in the foot with these turnovers. I think that was just on Brunson. He needs to know where his teammates are at all costs on the floor. Brown with the basketball. Brown is looking to drive at will. Derrick White throws it up. Looked like a foul. Was it a foul? It was a foul on Brunson on the three-point attempt. It's looking like Derrick White is going to get 3 free throws here. Or not Brunson. I think it was on Josh Hart. One of those. Or actually, yeah, it was on Brunson. Okay, never mind. I feel like they both were going after the ball there. Derrick White with a chance to put the Celtics up even more here. Makes the first free throw.
Consistent three-point shooting display tomorrow on TNT. Golden State will take on Minnesota.
Warriors, Timberwolves tomorrow. Cavs, Pacers Friday. Thunder, Nuggets also on Friday. Big game on big games. Game 2 for all those teams. All right.
Was overrated. We need to go back.
Derrick White makes another free throw here. Celtics up 42-30. Has another opportunity to put themselves up 13 here if he makes it.
We need to look at their contracts.
All right.
Boston from the line tonight.
Derrick White
they were number 30. They were dead last.
Makes all 3 of his free throws. All right. I think this is a very important last 3.5 minutes for the New York Knicks here. Can they cut the lead down and keep themselves in the game going into the third quarter? Towns the ball up top. Looks for Anunoby, gets the ball off. Anunoby drives right. 3 guys go up with it. Anunoby Tries to drive. Good defense by Tatum. Josh Hart. Good defense by Cornette. His size definitely disrupted that shot there. Great team defense by the Celtics. Celtics, Jrue Holiday to Derrick White for three. Makes it. Derrick White for three. The Celtics are starting to pull away a little bit. 46-30. 2:55 left in the second. But again, the Celtics were up 20 points in game one. Can the Celtics have that killer mentality, that killer mindset to close the Knicks out and get the series tied at one apiece? Still a long way to go. But New York Knicks are in trouble right now. Celtics are playing with a lot of momentum right now. 46-30 with 2:55 left in the second. All right, so it's looking like the Celtics right now are playing with a lot of momentum. I said this before the game. I said this multiple times already. All the shots the Knicks were making in game one, they're not making in this game so far. I'm telling you, I think the fatigue is starting to become a factor for the New York Knicks. If you're Tom Thibodeau, I've been saying this for a minute now about him, and I'm very critical of Tom Thibodeau. Like, you can't expect to play your players 40-plus minutes a night and expect to get the best result out of Jalen Brunson, all the other guys on that team against the Celtics team. They played 53 minutes. Think about it. Their whole starting five played the entire game. Tom Thibodeau doesn't look to his bench. He does not rely on his bench. You're going up against the Celtics team. The Celtics don't rely just on their stars, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They have a deep bench. Great coaching when he wants to be in Joe Mazzulla, right? I just don't know how long the Knicks can sustain this level of playing your players this amount of minutes throughout a 7-game series, especially if the Celtics are hitting their shots, which we all know that they're a hard team to beat when they're making shots. But even when they're not making shots, even if Tatum and Brown or one of those guys have an off night, the Celtics have players who can step up when they need it. Do the Knicks have that? Because Brunson's not going to have a good night every single night. That's just the reality. We're all human at the end of the day. So as good as Brunson is, he's not going to have a great game every single night. So when he's off, who's going to step up for the Knicks? So, like I said, this is a very, very important last few minutes for the New York Knicks to get themselves back into it. Can they cut it down to at least 10 points before the quarter is over? Can they cut it down to 10 points at least before the quarter is over? That's something I'm going to keep my eye on in this last few minutes here. And can the Celtics put the Knicks away? Again, as a Celtics fan here, we've seen many times with this team, the Celtics have had leads. They've had big leads, and haven't been able to finish. Can this Celtics team finish the deal and get the series tied going back to New York on Saturday for Game 3? But like I said, it's still a long way to go, and we'll see what happens. But just want to touch up real quick on LeBron James for a second. Now, obviously, it has nothing to do with this video, but at the end of the day, everybody's talking about LeBron, being the GOAT, being up there with Jordan, all that stuff. I'm not going to get into the argument right now with that, but at the end of the day, LeBron James he's done winning championships, guys. I'm sorry that you Laker fans probably don't want to hear that, but at the end of the day, LeBron's not winning another championship in his career again. Okay? He's just not. Especially where he is in his career, going to the Lakers. I know Luka Doncic just got there, but again, Luka needs to get in shape as well if the Lakers want to have any sort of shot next year, especially in the Western Conference, where you got cats like Towns you got to deal with. Not Towns. Ant-Man you have to deal with, and all these other cats like the Houston Rockets, a young team that's up and coming. The Thunder are there. I mean, there's a lot of teams right now that are better than the Lakers. So Luka's got to get in shape. And LeBron, obviously, it's going to depend on who wants to go to LA and play with LeBron. But again, I just don't know if the Lakers are better than any of those teams out west right now. So I think it's a wrap for LeBron. I think this puts an end to the GOAT talk. I don't think he's better than Jordan or better than Kobe Bryant and all that stuff. I mean, again, I think this is your 8th time that LeBron James has lost in the first round. and been down 3-1. On top of that, I mean, the only time he came back from 3-1 was in 2016 against the Warriors. So we'll see how things play out in LA in the offseason. But back to the game here. Celtics are up 46-32 with 2:25 left in the second quarter. Josh Hart with the ball makes it. Knicks cut it down to 12 here. Okay, the Knicks get it down to at least single digits before the second quarter ends. All right, Brown to Derrick White. Derrick White with the 3. Misses.
I had the inside position. What about the guy diving in over my back? Just a fabulous player for Tom Thibodeau.
So there's another opportunity. Inbound to Luke Kornet. Jaylen Brown with the ball. Drives to his left. Spin back to his right. Misses the little jump shot. Outlet pass to Anunoby with a flashing dunk. Put the Knicks down 10 points. 46-36. Celtics with 1:40 left in the second quarter. All right, can the Celtics close it out strong going into halftime? Or can the Knicks get themselves back into single digits here? Derrick White with the pass to Luke Kornet, but it was off a Knick. Yeah, the officials are definitely letting them play. I mean, hey, it's playoff basketball. That's what it's about. It's physical, and I said that going into this game. This game's going to be physical. Outlet pass, Derrick White to Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday takes it to his left, strong, and gets the N1. 48-36 Celtics. This is what I love about Jrue Holiday. All-around point guard. You may look at him, he's not the flashiest player, some of these players that like to shoot and get all of the big stats, but Jrue Holiday he makes the right play for his team. Great passer. He can get in the post, find his teammates, and just makes the game easier for everybody else on the floor. So that was a huge pickup for the Celtics from the Milwaukee Bucks last year or two. We got Mikal Bridges up top, Derrick White guarding, and they'll get the ball back to Mikal Bridges. Looking like almost he traveled there. Brunson with the 3 in the left corner, and he knocks it down. Brunson cuts the lead down to 10 points with the Knicks. 49-39 with under a minute left in the second. Derrick White with the ball. Great defense by the Celtics. Pass to Tatum, deflected by Anunoby. Celtics ball with 47 seconds left. It's great footwork by Brunson. Brunson's such a great shooter. You cannot let him just shoot. Gotta get out there. Gotta get a body out there. Make it hard on him. Jrue Holiday Jrue Holiday just loses the ball. The clock with the shot clock winding down. All right, Brunson with the ball. Okay, the Knicks cut it down to single digits. 30 seconds left in the second. Brunson drives. Passes back out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's looking for Towns. Tatum's guarding him, gets knocked down. With a pass by Towns. Behind the back to Josh Hart for the layup. 49-41. Celtics with 15 seconds left. It's looking like the Celtics are going to run the rest of this clock out and try to get the last shot here before the half. Brown gets the ball, drives, gets fouled. I believe it was either on Brunson or Towns. We'll have to see here.
Working hard in that post area. A lot of attention. Look at all the green jerseys come to him. Up and under pass to Hart.
That was a good pass by Towns. Up and under over Kornet to Josh Hart for the layup. All right, so looking like the fouls on Towns. Brown's the free throw line once again to potentially put the Celtics up double digits.
First round against Orlando in game 1, 33-8. Trying to reach the Eastern Conference Finals for the 4th consecutive year.
Brown makes the free throw, put him up 9 points. See if he can finish it off by making this one, put the Celtics up 10. Knicks still have time, whether if he makes it or miss it, to get a last shot up with 3.4 seconds left in the second quarter.
Celtics, Richard back on the floor here for the Celtics. He's been the master at making these 40, 50-foot shots with the shot clock running down here to end this second quarter.
Brown shoots it, misses. Towns with the rebound. All right, Towns misses the half-court shot. 50-41 Celtics at the half. 9-point game. Knicks are still in it. Single digits. The Celtics are obviously playing some good basketball, great defense. Let's see if the Celtics can come out in the second half with that assertiveness and desperation that they desperately need to put themselves back in the series here. Can the Knicks come back? See what happens. I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter again. So we'll see how both teams come out. We'll see what type of adjustments both coaches can make at the half to get themselves or to get their teams the advantage here in the second half. So let's see. So far, let's look at the box score as of right now. Let's see. Start the Knicks here. All right. So Josh Hart is, or actually no, Towns is the Knicks leading scorer with 14 points, 1 assist, 10 rebounds, 6 from 11 from the field. Josh Hart with 11 points, 1 rebound in 21 minutes, 4 or 7 from the field. Anunoby with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 5 from the field. Brunson with 7 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, and is 3 from 10 from the field. So they definitely need more production from guys like Anunoby and Brunson needs to step up in the second half. But again, Tom Thibodeau is a guy that never likes to use his bench. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing his history. Are the Knicks going to run out of gas because he fails to use his bench? So it's going to come down to really, can the Knicks make shots and keep themselves in the game here? All right. Now let's look at the Celtics box score real quick here. Okay, fine. Where's that? Where's the game? Oh, Celtics. Here we go. Okay, so we got the Celtics stats here. Okay, Tatum only has 2 points, 2 assists, 9 rebounds, and is 1-7 from the field. Gotta be better. Tatum, you're 6'9", you're too talented to only have 2 points at the half. We'll see if he can have a bigger second half here. Jaylen Brown with 17 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 7-16 from the field. Al Horford, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 5 from the field. Derrick White, 14 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, is 4 of 9 from the field. And Jrue Holiday, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 8 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound, and is 3 of 5 from the field. Porzingis is a non-factor. Like I said, he's coming back from the illness, so I'm not really expecting him to do much tonight. If he does get in, just see if he can make the low plays, get rebounds, and all that, do all the dirty work down low. So that's pretty much it for this half there. The Celtics are doing what they can to scratch, claw, and get themselves back in the series here. They're playing tremendous defense on the New York Knicks so far in this game. Again, we'll see what type of adjustments both teams make at the half.
The American Express Halftime Report is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
So yeah, 50-41 at the half. Celtics are up 9. But this is a physical game so far. Very, very physical game. I'm not really shocked by that. I mean, like I said, Knicks, Celtics, every time they face each other, they normally are very physical series. Like I said, there's a lot on the line for both teams. New York Knicks are looking for their first conference finals berth since 2000. Celtics are looking to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals once again. I mean, if you look at the Celtics' history over the last, I would say since 2017, they've been to the conference finals in 2017, 2018, 2020 in the bubble against the Miami Heat, right? Actually, let me backtrack. 2017, they lost to the Cavs in the conference finals in 5 games when LeBron and crew were in Cleveland. 2018, they lost in the conference finals again to LeBron James. Like I said, that Cavs team was probably the worst it's ever been in the LeBron era. That was the year when they got swept by the Golden State Warriors in the finals. 2020, they lost in the bubble to the Miami Heat in 6 games. 2021, they lost in the first round to the Brooklyn Nets. That was when Celtics were dealing with all those injuries. Tatum was the only one really doing something. 2022, Celtics got to the finals, lost to the Warriors in 6 games. 2023, Celtics got to the conference finals once again, lost to the Miami Heat after being down 3-0, almost being the first team in NBA history to come back from 3-0. Tatum rolled his ankle, wasn't the same player after that. And then obviously last year, the Celtics got done winning the whole thing in 5 games against the Mavericks. So we'll see what the Celtics can do this year if they make it out of this series. But this Knicks team isn't going to go nowhere. They're going to be great for a long time. It's just going to be a matter of coaching, in my opinion. Like I said, Thibodeau likes to play his players a lot of minutes. And let's just see if they can last throughout the series. Because, again, adjustments are going to have to be made. Brunson is a phenomenal player, as Brunson is. Like I said, he's not going to have a great game every single night. I mean, he's struggling right now. I think that has a lot to do with the minutes being played in Game 1 and the Celtics being more aggressive on both ends of the floor, making life difficult for him to get any sort of great shots up.
But you elect to take the 3 when contested. Now, if those are tough 3s, they aren't always great shot 3s. That was a good shot, not a great shot. Freeze it. Right here, the pull-up jump shot. No, we're not doing that.
So let me look up
Jaylen Brown
real
says,
quick.
we're not doing that. I'm going to get to the rim. There is no shot.
Cleveland's up by
rim protector. So, to me, just the ability to
Cavs.
change it up. Because you can take as many 3s if they're great shots as you want. But you can't take average 3s and take 45 of those and think you're going to win.
And as Richie Miller has said during the first half,
But yeah, like I said, the most shocking series so far to me is the Cavaliers and the Pacers. I mean, everybody can say what they want about the Cavaliers, being frauds and all that stuff. They have somewhat of a point there. But again, it seems like the Cavs are cursed or something, because this is the second time. I mean, going back to last year against the Celtics in the second round, where things were going well for them at first, and then the injuries started piling up at the worst possible time. And the same thing's happening this year. 3 of their best players, Evan Mobley, DeAndre Hunter, and Darius Garland, are all out with injuries. And now it's going to put a lot of pressure on Donovan Mitchell. I know he had 48 points yesterday. He played phenomenal. He did what he could, like I said earlier. He did what he could to keep the Cavs in the game. But he ran out of gas. You need to get support from your supporting cast or get better production from your supporting cast. I know Max Strus he had 23 points last night. But again, just the miscues late in the game. Donovan Mitchell with the offensive foul. You know what I'm saying? The inbounds pass, I believe it was by Max Strus or something like that. Terrible pass. Throwing it right to the Pacers defender, and then Tyrese Halliburton, that was all she wrote right there. He ends up hitting the 3 to put the Pacers up 1, and they end up winning Game 2. So the Cavs are definitely in trouble here. I think they really need they got to at least get one of their players there. They got to at least get Evan Mobley, but I think they really missed his presence in Game 2. Because the Cavaliers, they couldn't rebound late in game. Pacers, they were getting second chance opportunities whenever they wanted. And they were hitting shots late, and the Cavaliers weren't hitting shots late. And like I said, this late game execution was very poor, which is why Cleveland is in the position that they're in, down 2-0, going on the road. And it's going to be hard. Can Cleveland go on the road? Can Cleveland actually go on the road in a hostile environment? Indiana is no joke. Their crowd ain't no joke. Like, can Cleveland go on the road and get at least – I don't even think they need to get win. Here's what I'm trying to say about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They don't even have to get both games. Just get one game. Can they get one game in Indiana? You come back to Cleveland down 3-1. You're on your home floor, and then get a win in Cleveland. And then you give yourself a really good shot at potentially coming back in the series. But I think they really need Evan Mobley, if not two of their 3 players back. Because I don't think they can win without Mobley. as great as Jared Allen is, he needs his partner in crime in Evan Mobley. I think if those two are down low, you're talking about the skyscraper front court, arguably the best front court in all of basketball. But without Mobley down there, you're taking away rim protection. There's more driving lane opportunities for people to go down low and get to the rim and get fouled. Excuse me. So I'm just looking at those opportunities. If you're, a team like Indiana who has size, maybe you can really put the Cavaliers on the ropes here in Game 3 if they end up getting the Game 3 win. But Cleveland's going to have to find a way, really just find a way to play it at their own style and their own pace. I just think they're playing right into the Indiana Pacers' favor. I mean, Pacers are a team that likes to run the ball up and down the floor at will. Even if the Cavaliers make a bucket, the Pacers are up the floor. They're throwing the pass. They're already up halfway up the floor, going to the rim, getting fouled, whatever the case is, getting opportunities. So if you're Cleveland, you got to get back. You got to be disciplined against this Pacers team. Okay? You look at this Pacers team, you may be like, oh, well, Halliburton's a star. He's a superstar, in my opinion. But you look at everybody else, they got a bunch of players that just nothing flashy, but they do their job correctly. They do the job right. Everyone plays their own role effectively, and if they execute, if they're passing the ball, if they're keeping their turnovers down, Indiana's going to be a hard team to beat. They really are. And again, this is a team that made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And if you look at that series last year against the Celtics, if you look at that series last year, I know the Celtics swept the Pacers last year, but the Pacers were in every single one of those games. Go back to Game 1 where they were up late, turnovers, miscues late. Young team versus a team that has experience. Celtics got a 3. They end up tying and going to overtime there, right? Same thing in games 3 and 4. Pacers had big leads in both of those games, and they weren't able to close it out. So I'm wondering if it ends up being Celtics Pacers again, the conference finals. Will the Pacers learn from their mistakes, and will they actually make it a series this time? So that's going to be interesting seeing how things shake out the rest of this second round here. But like I said, the Knicks are still in it. I mean, they're only down 9 points. If it's poor of a shooting night that they're having, they're only down 9 points. So can the Celtics come out in the second half and put the Knicks away and not get complacent and continue to play their style of basketball? And can the Knicks get themselves back into the game? I think this is really going to be an important quarter for the Knicks because I think they have to be in it going into the fourth quarter if they want to have a shot at going up 2-0. All right, still at halftime right now. Still got some time left before the second half starts. But
Don't just stand there.
I'm curious to hear you guys. Who do you guys think is going to win the whole thing, the NBA championship this year? Is it the Celtics? Can Cleveland do the impossible and come back? Can a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves shock? I know they had a bad night last night. Ant-Man had a terrible night shooting the ball. That's probably his worst game that he's had so far in these playoffs. Can Golden State? It honestly wouldn't shock me if they came out the West, just knowing their experience and just they've been there, they've done that. I think they're using their experience to their advantage against some of these teams like the Rockets. Obviously, Rockets have had a really great season. I don't think they have anything to be ashamed about. You lost to a team that has championship experience. This was pretty much everybody's first time in the playoffs outside of Fred VanVleet, who's been to the finals and stuff like that. Him and Dylan Brooks, who has a little bit of playoff experience as well. But that Rockets team is going to be good next year. I think, if they can find a way to get Giannis or Kevin Durant or somebody there who can help with the scoring, the Rockets are going to be in the mix, even in the loaded Western Conference. So, and then who else? The Denver Nuggets. I said earlier, they fired Mike Malone, but somehow, some way, they're still in the second round. They're rallying with their new coach. And there's definitely new energy in that on that team. Just look at the way they're playing. They're playing fluid basketball. They're having fun. Jokic is probably more animated than I've ever seen him before. Like if you look at the last month or so of him, I mean, he's been all over the bench telling everybody, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like, he's definitely more animated than I've seen him. And I think the Denver Nuggets are feeding off that energy, and it's showing on the basketball court. So it's great to see Jokic, being that vocal leader. Everybody always knocked him. As great a player Jokic is, he wasn't really a vocal leader. He's definitely showing that he's a great leader out there. And like I said, the Denver Nuggets are playing good basketball because of it. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing what the rest of these playoffs have in store. I'm excited to see what, obviously, the second half brings for both these teams. So we'll see what happens. Should be interesting. But we are back from halftime. We're about to get started here in just a few short minutes here in the second half. Yeah, the Knicks went on an 11-4 run to end the second quarter. So, like I said, the Knicks are only down 9 points. So, can they get themselves back into the game here? Can they cut that lead down and chip away going into the fourth quarter? And can the Celtics come out aggressive, continue to be aggressive, and not be complacent in the second half? So, it's going to be something we'll be watching as well.
Take a look at our coaching
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half.
20 for 81 through a game and a half shooting from three for the Celtics. It's got to be better. And if you're New York, it's been boards. The Celtics a +9 in second chance points. Right now, let's check in with Alan LaForce.
All right, we're back here. We're back in the third quarter. So let's get the ball. Tatum with the ball on the left corner. Horford sets a screen. Tatum pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Tatum Brown. He drives on Towns and misses the layup. All right. Bridges misses the wide open three that rolled around. Could have gone in, but he missed it. All right. Derrick White with the ball. Brown with the basketball. He drives to his left. Brunson with the good defense takes it away from Jaylen Brown. Brunson with the good, not a good pass. He was looking for Mikal Bridges, deflected by Horford out of bounds. Knicks ball.
Thank you. We're just into the third quarter. And Tatum continues to struggle. 1 of 8. Missed that layup.
Tatum is 1 of 8 from the field. Like they really need his production in the second half.
4-for-7 and hasn't scratched here thus far.
Towns loses the ball. Celtics basketball here. Knicks are starting to become a little bit sloppy here at the turnovers. Derrick White, pass to Tatum. Tatum, open three. All right. Could that be the bucket that gets him going? Could that be the bucket that gets Jason Tatum going? He's struggling from the field. 5 points, 2 of 9 from the field. Could that be the bucket that gets him going here in the second half? Anunoby here with the basketball. Passes to Jalen Brunson in the right corner. Solid defense by Jrue Holiday. Physical defense, but ends up being a foul on Jrue Holiday. They're definitely not making life easy for Jalen Brunson, that's for sure. Like he's definitely having to work for his shots. Compared to game 1 where he was able to find his hot spots and get easy buckets. Got to be physical, Jalen Brunson, and make life difficult. All right, Jalen Brunson with the ball. Brown playing defense on them. Brunson passes to Josh Hart in the corner. He's looking for Towns in the post against Jrue Holiday. Towns, step back, jump shot, makes it. Knicks down 53 to 43. All right, Brown the paint. Tatum with the ball up top. Tatum with the pass and an easy dunk for Jason Tatum. Just dissecting the Knicks defense and finding the hole for that dunk. Jason Tatum finally finding his groove a little bit in the third quarter. Bridges with the ball. Back to Brunson. Looks for Towns in the post again. Jaylen Brown guarding him. Horford lurks. Horford. Okay, Towns misses the layup. Good defense by Horford and Jaylen Brown together. Outlet pass to Derrick White. Misses the three. Rebound by Karl-Anthony Towns. Outlet to Josh Hart. Josh Hart drives with an easy layup in traffic. 55-45. Celtics. All right. Tatum with the ball up top. Horford sets the screen left. Tatum drives again. That was a good drive, but just couldn't finish by Tatum. And Anunoby up top with the basketball. Towns with this jump shot on the key. He makes it. That cuts the lead down to 8 points for the Knicks. 18 points, 13 rebounds for Karl-Anthony Towns. Celtics are starting to turn the ball over a little bit. Knicks are taking advantage of the opportunities. Knicks down 8. Towns up top with the basketball, and he loses the ball. Jrue Holiday with the steal. Jrue Holiday with the layup. Celtics back up 10. Big turnover by the New York Knicks. Looking like they're about to cut the lead down, and Towns with the crucial turnover. Can't turn the ball over against the Boston Celtics because they will make you pay. Got to do a better job with the turnovers if you're in New York Knicks. Timeout, Knicks.
Next.
8.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Bet it, parlay it, boost it.
Yep, so 57-47. Looked like Knicks were going to cut that lead down, and then, like I said, turn the ball over against the Celtics team is not a good recipe for success for your New York Knicks.
Your first bet for try again on us.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too.
But it's going to be interesting.
We chose the Capital One Venture X business card with no preset spending
for the rest of this quarter or rest of this half to see which team can make the necessary adjustments to get themselves to victory here.
Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,000 airport lounges. I can get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Pay close attention to his box score because both teams are, Tatum's struggling, but he's getting himself going a little bit in the third quarter. Let's look at this stuff here. Field goal percentage, Celtics 39%, Knicks 41%. 3-point percentage, Celtics 26% to the Knicks 21%. Free throw percentage, 70% for the Celtics, 100% for the New York Knicks. Rebounds, 32 rebounds for the Celtics, 26 for the Knicks. Assists, 11 to New York's 10. Steals, 5 and 5. Blocks, Celtics are up 3 to the Knicks 2. And then Celtics 8 turnovers to the Knicks 9. So pretty identical. Really outside of the free throws, every category is pretty similar for both teams this game. So that's why the score is what it is, only being a 10-point game. The Celtics not converting at the free throw line. If they could just get the free throw line and make more free throws consistently in this half, and they could put this game away for sure. But that's what's keeping the Knicks in this game, is the missed free throw opportunities. All right, so I still think, my overall opinion, it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. No lead is definitely safe in the playoffs. We've seen it time and time again that, the New York Knicks, but teams have had big leads and they just let teams come back. Not get too comfortable just yet. The Celtics have done this before. They've had a lead and they weren't able to hold on to it in game one. So let's see if they can have that killer instinct and put the Knicks away in this game. And do the Knicks have enough to come back and win this game. Like I say, after playing the heavy minutes that they did in game one, most of their starters were playing 50-plus minutes, 53 minutes, really, if you think about 40 minutes in the regulation, plus the 5 minutes in overtime. So we're back here. Knicks with the ball. Josh Hart with the ball, passes to Towns. Tatum is guarding Towns in the post. Towns is looking for a shot. Good defense by Tatum. Good defense by Horford. Brown with the basketball. Passes to Tatum on the right wing. Back to Brown, the post. Brown is looking for somebody, Jrue Holiday. I don't know who Jrue Holiday was passing the ball to. It was right to Jalen Brunson. But Al Horford, I mean, look at his age. He's 38 years old. He's still playing elite defense on some of the best defenders in the NBA. Anunoby with the three, misses. Rebound, Derrick White. Derrick White passes to Tatum. Open wing. Tatum pulls up for three. Misses. Rolls in and out of the rim. Rebound, Anunoby. Three-point shot is not falling for Tatum in this game. Misses. Mikal Bridges misses the easy shot. Derrick White with the rebound. Passes out to Jaylen Brown, right wing. Jaylen Brown drives. Just sloppiness. I mean, what's going on? Both teams turn the ball over. I mean, these turnovers, that's what's keeping the Knicks in this game. Literally, it's 57-47, but the Celtics turnovers that's what's keeping New York in this game. Got to do a better job just playing discipline, just making the game simple on yourselves instead of doing too much. Now, the Knicks are getting into the paint. Brunson, like I said, he's – with his size, dude, everyone says that Brunson's a good three-point shot, but, dude, he's more effective. When he's getting downhill at his size, it's amazing given how small he is. He's able to get to the rim with just ease. He's not scared of nobody. Brunson at the free throw line, misses the first free throw. Don't see many of that from Jalen Brunson. See if he can knock this one down to put the Knicks down 9. But again, you got to make free throws. When you have opportunities to cut down the lead against the Celtics, you got to take advantage of that. Okay, he makes the second one, so Knicks are down 57-48 with 7 minutes left in the third. Brunson only has 8 points, so see if he can get something going here in the second half. Tatum with the ball up top, drives. That was a bad shot by Tatum. That was good defense by Towns. Definitely affected that shot with his size. Anunoby, holy smokes. Did that count? Anunoby just dunked on Derrick White. I couldn't tell. Oh, it's an offensive foul. That's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, that's insane. So Anunoby got the ball and was driving downhill against Derrick White, dunks on him. But it looked like Derrick White was in good position for the charge. But that could have gone either way, man. That could have gone either way. So it ends up being a charge, Celtics basketball, and White converts off of that. 59-48. Yeah, Knicks players and coaches are not happy with that call. Felt like they should have gave Anunoby that bucket, but it didn't count. So Bridges with the ball on the left wing. Josh Hart back to Bridges. To Jalen Brunson in the corner. Jalen Brunson drives. Good defense by the Celtics. Josh Hart with the three, misses. Tatum with the rebound. All right, Tatum with the ball. He backs down Mikal Bridges. He's getting to the paint, and he makes it. That's the Tatum I'm talking about right there, guys. 6'9". If the shot isn't falling, be aggressive and get into the paint. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Get to the paint and try to draw fouls and get opportunities that way. But that was a great layup by Josh Hart over Cornette, who has size. Difficult shot. He was able to get that up over great defense. Jaylen Brown with the three. Knocks it down. Celtics up 14 points, 64-50. 64-50. Towns with the charge, or Brown with the charge on Towns. Towns knocks him down. He's arguing with the ref here. I mean, that was an obvious charge. I mean, look at this. I mean, yeah, that was an elbow to the neck area. That's definitely a charge. What he's arguing about there. So Knicks are starting to implode a little bit. They were cutting the lead down. Now the Celtics are starting to pull away with the Knicks miscues. Derrick White to the bucket again. Celtics are up 16 points, 66-50, coming up on 5 minutes left in the third quarter. But we've seen this before. Celtics had a big lead in game one. Can they close? Brunson with the three, misses, rolls in and out. Pritchard with the hustle play, gets the rebound. Derrick White with the ball. It's got to be a timeout here if the Celtics make another shot here as they're starting to pull away here in the third quarter. Tatum with the bucket, or not the bucket, Tatum with the pass. Cornette with the dunk. Timeout New York. Celtics are up 18 points, 68-50 with 4:37 left in the third. It looked like New York was cutting that lead down, and the Celtics, like I said, they're starting to pull away with the mixed turnovers. I said earlier, you can't turn the ball over against the Celtics, man. And when you have opportunities to get to the free throw line, which the Knicks have done a decent job tonight against the free throw line, you got to convert. You got to make the shots. You can't miss free throws. Okay. Again, Celtics are playing with desperation, losing game one the way they did, up 20 points, not able to close it out. Now they're starting to pull away in the third quarter against the Knicks. So let's see if the Celtics can close it out, and let's see what the Knicks respond here, how they respond. What does Tibbs do? What type of adjustments is he going to make? I said before the game, it's going to come down to which coach can make the necessary adjustments in this game. And right now, Joe Mazzulla looking like he's making the necessary adjustments, and Tibbs isn't. But I think it's fatigue for the New York Knicks because they're missing shots that they normally don't miss. All those shots they're making in game one, they're not making in this game. So it's going to be interesting seeing how the Knicks respond. With a couple minutes left here in the third quarter, can they at least cut down the lead to at least 10 by the end of the third quarter? But yeah, definitely the Celtics are definitely taking advantage of the Knicks' turnovers, and they're starting to lose their composure a little bit. Towns arguing with the refs over an obvious charge call on Jaylen Brown. He threw an elbow like this, ended up knocking Jaylen Brown down and tried to argue the call. I mean, that was an obvious charge call there. I can't say I'm really surprised by this performance by the Celtics. I mean, like I said before, this is a championship team that they won the championship last year. They've been through it already. They're battle tested. Again, whenever the Celtics lose a game, they normally respond. Again, if you're New York, you have to expect that. The Celtics aren't just going to lay down just because they lost game one. They weren't hitting the three. Well, I mean, the Celtics, when they're hitting shots, they're a hard team to beat. It don't really matter who's having a good night. Tatum's not obviously – he's having a terrible game. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But other guys, and that's what makes Celtics so hard to beat. They got multiple guys that can score and can do multiple things with the basketball other than just scoring. Again, Horford, a guy that's 38 years old, is still out playing at an elite level, guarding some of the best and quickest guys on the floor. And for him to be 38 and to still move his feet the way he is some of the most impressive stuff I've seen. So it's going to be interesting seeing how he progresses throughout however long Horford plays in the NBA. I still think he could play at an elite level for at least the next couple of years or so. But I really like how aggressive Jaylen Brown and Tatum are tonight. They're getting to the paint at will. Again, if their shot's not falling, Tatum's not shooting the ball well from three. He's getting aggressive. He's getting to the paint. Same with Jaylen Brown. But we are back here in the third quarter. Towns is on the bench now. Brunson with the ball, passes to Mikal Bridges. 11-2 run by the Celtics here. Anunoby with the ball. Tries to drive on Tatum, and Anunoby misses the shot. Tatum tries to get the ball, but it's off Tatum, and it's Knicks' ball. Timeout by Joe Mazzulla. I think they're looking at see if the ball went out on Tatum or Anunoby. And it's looking like it's off Anunoby. So it's looking like it's going to be Celtics basketball here, not Knicks
It's hard
basketball.
to argue with someone who doesn't think Diet Coke from McDonald's is a breakfast treat. They're probably still asleep.
But the Celtics are the most aggressive. They're a more aggressive team right now. They're making life difficult for the New York Knicks. And Knicks are obviously they're getting good shots at the rim. They're just not making them. They're not converting. And obviously, turnovers, a couple of missed free throws as well. I mean, when you have opportunities to cut the lead down, if you're New York Knicks against this Celtics team, you got to find a way to take advantage of those opportunities. You can't leave points off the board against the Celtics because they're going to make you pay, especially if they're making shots and you're not. That can be demoralizing for any team. So when you have an opportunity, you got to convert. You have to, especially in the playoff situation. So I'm assuming looking like it's off of Anunoby. Both him and Tatum were fighting for the ball, but looking like Anunoby touched it last. So it's looking like it's going to be Celtic basketball here. We got the Nuggets and the Thunder coming up next. Jokic with 42 points and 22 rebounds in game one. That's going to be a fun game to watch, see if Denver can go up 2-0 or can the Thunder respond and tie the series up. Yeah, so it's looking like it's off Anunoby Celtic basketball here. 68-50 with 4:17 left in the third quarter. All right, so we got Derrick White coming up with the ball. Screen by Pritchard. Screen by Porzingis. Gets the ball, Porzingis, and gets the dunk to put the Celtics up 20. Same situation, up 20 points like they were in game one. Can they close? Can they close? Can the Knicks get themselves back in it before the end of the quarter? They're in some deep trouble right now, down 20 points. Again, the heavy minutes played in game one is that factor right now for the Knicks. Josh Hart, big-time three. All right. And Josh Hart was the one who got the Knicks back into the game. He's the wild card here. So big-time three by Josh Hart. Put the Knicks down 17. Still got a long way to go, though. Uphill battle for the Knicks to climb back their way back into this game. Derrick White with the ball. Looks over to Jaylen Brown. All right, looks down to Porzingis down low in the paint. Porzingis with the three. And he makes it. Put the Celtics back up 20 points. All right, Brunson with the ball with the screen by Robinson. Anunoby drives right. Good defense by the Celtics. Tatum with the steal. Tatum with the ball. Drives to Jaylen Brown. Oh, my goodness. Tatum looked like he lost the ball. He was trying to pass the ball down to Jaylen Brown and ended up being a miscue there. It's Knicks ball here. Brunson backs down Derrick White. Looking for Anunoby in the corner. Good deflection by Brown. Knicks ball. 2:44 left in the third quarter. Celtics up 20 points, 73-53.
Porzingis is going to have to make an input in this series and in these playoffs. And again, we don't know what this illness is all about. And here it's a stamina, but he's going to have to be able to play 15 to 20, 25
All right.
minutes.
So you got Brunson, corner. Brunson steps back for the three, misses. All right, big-time rebound by Derrick White. Brown with the ball. Brown's going to the paint once again. Looks out for Derrick White for the three in left corner. Derrick White misses, but he gets his own rebound. Shoots it again. Misses. Porzingis has the opportunity to put the ball back, and he misses. McBride with the ball, and he's going to go in for an easy dunk. Put the Knicks down 18, coming up on 2 minutes left in the third quarter. McBride is definitely an energy player who can definitely give that Knicks a much-needed spark. But he's got to do more of that. Knicks want to get back into his game. Tatum with the ball, looks for Porzingis, and it's a charge on Porzingis. Good play by Brunson. Again, that's the second time Brunson's taking the charge for his team. Brunson's not only good at scoring, but he's good at giving up his body and getting his team opportunities to get the ball back. So good play by Brunson. And good play. So we'll see if the Knicks can cut the lead down even more. 73-55 with 1:45 left in the third quarter. So it looks like the Celtics are fouling Mitchell Robinson, putting back at the free throw line here. Well, they have a foul to give, but yeah.
Joe Mazzulla, who was recruited to West Virginia, John Beeline, later played under him and Bob Huggins. On that sideline, went to a Final Four, in fact, with Huggins.
Okay, Brunson with the ball. Good pass to Josh Hart in the left corner. Josh Hart knocks the three down. All right, Knicks are down 15 points, 73-58. All right, Josh Hart with 21 points, 10 in the quarter. He's definitely getting the Knicks that much needed spark. Can the Knicks cut the lead down even more before the quarter is over? Can the Celtics hold on to his lead here in a much important game, too, for them? Porzingis with the pass by Tatum to Porzingis for an oop. Porzingis misses. Knicks are on the run here. McBride for the three. Knocks it down. Okay, Knicks are down 12, 73-61. It's just the run that the Knicks can go on. 8-0 run for the New York Knicks. Okay, Knicks are back in it now. 73, only down 12 with just under a minute left in the third quarter. Can the Celtics get their act together, knowing the Knicks aren't going to go away? Got to put them away if you're the Boston Celtics. But the Knicks are definitely back in the game, 73-61. McBride with the huge three here as we are in commercial break.
We're proud to support the healthcare pros who keep the NBA healthy. NBA trusts its health to Evernorth Health Services.
Commercial break. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Castrol is more than just motor oil. Across every industry, Castrol is trusted by the best to help them perform. Whether they're a key link or protecting the skies.
All right, so it's looking like the Knicks are definitely on the run here. In commercial break right now, but they got themselves back in the game. It's going to be interesting seeing what they did in the fourth quarter. Same thing what they did in game one. They were down big early, and they just slowly got themselves back into the game come the fourth quarter. Can the Celtics respond here, and can they hold on to the lead? All right, we're back from timeout. Celtics have the ball. Peyton Pritchard brings the ball up the court. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Knicks are down 73-61. Can the Celtics get a bucket here? Can the Knicks get themselves back to at least 10 or single digits? All right. Look for Brown the post. Brown loses the ball. Starting to turn the ball over. Celtics starting to turn the ball over. All right, Knicks have the ball. Brunson up top of the key. Screen by Anunoby. Brunson has the ball, drives to his left. Brunson gets the ball. Looked like he was rushed on that shot. Tatum has the grabs the rebound here. And looked like the Celtics are going to run the clock down to get the last shot in the third quarter. Tatum drives, foul by Anunoby on Tatum. Okay. Can the Knicks get a stop here at the before the quarter ends? Can the Celtics get a bucket here to extend the lead? 73-61 with 6 seconds left in the third quarter. All right, Brown with the ball. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Brown's looking for a shot. 2. Brown with the step back and misses. All right, so into the third quarter, the Celtics are up 73, Knicks 61. 12-point game. Obviously, this is a game the Celtics need desperately to get themselves back into the series, tied at 1-1, going back to New York on Saturday for Game 3. Can the Knicks come back and pull the shocker once again to put themselves in the driver's seat in the series up 2-0? We'll find out in the fourth quarter.
Isn't this way more fun?
See, this is the reason why I love the playoffs so much. I mean, the regular season, a lot of players can get away with like dunks and easy buckets, but the playoffs, it gets more physical. The court is played. The game is played more in a half court. I just love the lower scoring games. I love how it's much harder to get shots. You really have to work and really keep that ball moving in the half court to get good shots. So I just love the playoffs. This is the best time of year. Lower scoring games. This is what it's about. So again, 73-61. Celtics are up 12 at the end of the third quarter here. Last quarter, we'll see what the Celtics can do to extend the lead. And let's see if the Knicks can get themselves back in the game here. Again, Tatum's not having the best game from the field, but he's finding ways to get to the paint and get to the free throw line. Same with Jaylen Brown. Has a few stupid turnovers to end that third quarter, but the Celtics still hold on to a 12-point lead and stuff like that. Again, we've seen this situation before, Celtics having big leads and not being able to hold on. So, again, can they have that killer instinct to close the game out in this fourth quarter? That's what it's going to come down to. And can Brunson get hot? I mean, this is his magic. He's not having a great game, but this is where he normally gets hot in the fourth quarter. And we see it time and time again. Him not having the best game, and he just likes that. All he does is make one or two shots to get himself going, and then he starts going off. Stone commercial here. We have Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder up next after this game. A huge game 2 game for the Thunder. Obviously, they lost out on home court advantage in game 1. Can they respond here? Again, it's not going to be easy because Jokic, like I said, man, the Nuggets have experience all over the place. So can the Thunder find a way when they're up? Can they find a way to make the plays down the stretch, and can they execute, which they failed to do late in that game 1 on 2 nights ago. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an exciting game to watch for sure. So we'll find out. All right, we are entering the fourth quarter here. Jrue Holiday with the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Award. Good for Jrue Holiday. Good for him. That's a good award for him. Jrue Holiday's not just a good player on the court, but he's just a great player off the court. Does a lot for the Boston community. Really good player. Really impactful player on both ends of the floor and off the floor. All right, we are entering the fourth quarter here. Anunoby with the ball. Pass to Mitchell Robinson. Back to Anunoby. Anunoby drives. Porzingis with the good defense with his size. Gets the rebound here. Tatum with the ball. We are in the last quarter here. Let's see which team can make the plays to win the game here. Pritchard with the ball up top. Porzingis with the screen. Horford pass to Tatum in the right corner. Shot clock's running down. Tatum pulls up for 3. Misses. Porzingis with the rebound and the cleanup and one. And one for Porzingis. Again, terrible rebound. I mean, think about it. Tatum shot an air ball and Knicks failed to get the rebound. Just didn't even try to box out. Porzingis knocked Josh Hart out the way to get that rebound. Porzingis, a former Knick, too. Don't forget about that. He was drafted by the New York Knicks. I believe it was 2015. Bridges gets the ball here, shoots it, makes it. Okay, Knicks are down 13, 76. The 63 with 11 minutes left in the fourth. All right, Tatum with the ball. Horford with a good screen on Anunoby. Back to Horford. Horford misses the bunny. Josh Hart the rebound. Back to McBride. McBride draw. Oh, he looked like he's about to drive for a layup. Good rotation defense by Porzingis. Mikal Bridges with the ball. Horford with the good defense. Mikal Bridges loses the ball. Jrue Holiday with the board. Transition. Peyton Pritchard with the three. Knocks it down. Huge three by Peyton Pritchard. Put the Celtics back up 16. Coming up on 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mikal Bridges with the answer. Nice little mid-range shot by Mikal Bridges. Okay, Jrue Holiday with the ball. Passes to Pritchard. Pritchard trying to look for Porzingis in the post. Gets it down there. Mikal Bridges guarding and Porzingis using his size. Air balls, misses, but the cleanup by Horford. Horford gets the ball back. After making the bucket, gets the ball back. Oh, he loses the ball. Both guys are falling on the ground. Knicks get the ball back. McBride, Bridges with the three, though, and he makes it. Put the Knicks down 13. 7 points for Mikal Bridges. See if the Knicks can cut down this lead. 81-68 with 9:15 left in the fourth quarter. Pritchard with the ball to Al Horford for three. Barely grazed the rim. Just Jrue Holiday just throwing the ball right to the Knicks defender. Bridges misses the wide open three. Tatum with the rebound. Out to Pritchard, right side of the floor. Pritchard taking his time here, milking some of the clock to Jrue Holiday. To Tatum in the post. Tatum with a little spin move, trying to be aggressive, getting the ball in the paint. Pritchard with the three, and he knocks it down. Holy crap. Peyton Pritchard hitting some big-time buckets here for the Boston Celtics in this fourth quarter. 9 points. Celtics with a good defense down low. Mitchell Robinson, and he gets the M1. That was a nice little side hook by Mitchell Robinson. Big play by Mitchell Robinson. Big bucket for the Knicks. M1 opportunity to go to the free throw line for Mitchell Robinson. 84-70. Celtics are up. Can Mitchell Robinson knock this free throw down to put themselves down 13?
So the first quarter of this one, lowest scoring first quarter, a playoff game for the Knicks since 2003. They only have 13, but they outscored Boston by 2.
He's not a good free throw shooter, so if he misses, who can get the rebound here? Mitchell Robinson. Oh, he airballed a free throw. How often do you see that? Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen airball miss free throws, but he airball, like, that didn't even come close to hitting the net. He even hit the net. That's embarrassing. So 84-70, Celtics have the ball after that airball by Mitchell Robinson. That was crazy there. Well, I'm surprised that wasn't an offensive foul by Horford. That was a hard screen on McBride. Jaylen Brown, physical defense by Anunoby. That was good defense by Anunoby, making it hard on Jaylen Brown. Misses the easy bunny down low. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. McBride with the ball. McBride passes to Anunoby. This game's getting physical. They're getting after it defensively. Anunoby with a missed shot opportunity. Again, Knicks are getting downhill. They're getting good buckets. They're just not converting. Celtics with another three. Pritchard with another three, and he misses. And it's off of McBride after trying to get the loose ball. Celtics basketball with 7:35 left in the fourth. Okay, we got Celtics basketball. Jrue Holiday inbounding the pass. Looking for Pritchard. Pritchard gets the ball in the right corner. McBride guarding him. Can the Celtics close this thing out? Can the Knicks get themselves back in the game? Man, there's a lot of missed 3-point shot. Not even just misses, they're air balls. This is crazy.
10 of 35 tonight.
Wow. 84-70, Celtics are up with 7:20 left in the fourth quarter. McBride with the basketball. Looks for Mikal Bridges. Mitchell Robinson with the screen. Jrue Holiday, good defense, along with Cornette. Ball out of bounds. Knicks ball. Got 12 seconds on the shot clock for the Knicks to get a shot up. Try to cut down this lead here. Mikal Bridges gets the ball from McBride. He inbounds. McBride, okay, he drives left, goes back to his right. Good defense by Holiday. Good, but better offense by Mikal Bridges. 84-72. 7 minutes left in the fourth. All right, we got Brunson getting ready to check in or check back into the game. Brown with the basketball on the left wing. Bridges guarding him. Jrue Holiday out to Horford in the right corner. Dang, Horford wide open for three. He ends up missing. When the fatigue is starting to set in, some of these guys are missing wide open shots that they normally don't make or miss. So, again, we're in timeout right now. 84-72. Celtics are up with just under 7 minutes left in the fourth. All right.
See, now this is how you know McDonald's is the breakfast goat. What else has you getting up early in the morning?
7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Yeah, so we got 7 minutes left. Yeah, just under 7 minutes left in the fourth. 84-72. Celtics are up. Celtics definitely need this win here to get themselves back in the series. Can the Knicks scratch, claw, do what they need to do to get themselves in striking distance to make a sort of run here at the end of the game?
It's a serious business card with unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. So they reinvested their
Yeah,
cash.
84-72. 84-72 with just under 7 minutes left in the fourth. We are in commercial break right now. We'll be back momentarily. So far, it's a low-scoring game, which I expected once again. I mean, both teams, like I said, Tatum's not having the best night from the field, but the rest of the Celtics are stepping up. Solid defense, honestly, for both teams. I think both defenses for both squads are pretty solid. I just think both teams are having trouble scoring the basketball, which that's the playoffs. I mean, again, physical series between two historic franchises, both teams who are very physical. I mean, the Knicks are coming off of a very physical series with the Detroit Pistons, going up against the Celtics team, who's also physical on their side. So we'll see which team can last throughout the series here, and we'll see what type of adjustments both coaches make as the series continues to go on here. All right, so we got still in commercial right now. Again, huge game tonight between the Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Which team can get it done tonight? Can the Thunder get tied up at 1-1? Or can the Denver Nuggets take a commanding 2-0 lead going back home? Now, I think if Denver Nuggets, if they find a way to win tonight, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Oklahoma City to go into that building in high altitude, in that building with those fans rocking the way they do, and try to get a W. I think it's an important game to at least try to get the series tied up for Oklahoma City tonight. Same thing with Cleveland tomorrow against the Pacers. You got to get at least one in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get both. Just get one, come back to Cleveland down 3-1, and maybe you can get a W there and go back to Indiana for Game 6. And whether if you win or lose, that's to be determined. But there's a lot of good games on today and tomorrow. I'm excited to watch all of those games and tune in for that. All right, so we are back from commercial break. Oklahoma City, Denver about to play here. I believe it's at 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. Shea Alexander, hell of a year for him. Him and Jokic, man. Like I said, two guys that are fighting for the MVP. I mean, you can make an argument for both guys. I mean, Jokic is just a walking triple-double every single night. Shea Alexander, same with him, just does his job every night. Again, for the Thunder to be where they are right now, being one of the best, or being the best team in basketball after where they were a few years ago is very impressive. All right, so Knicks with the ball. Bridges tries, and he gets to the paint to put the Knicks down 10 with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Can the Knicks just get themselves? Can they just get into single digits here? Horford with the ball up top. He's driving on Towns. Misses the easy bunny layup over Karl-Anthony Towns. Knicks are on the run here. Ooh. Bridges with the big time. Was that a 2 or 3? Looked like a 3, but they're giving them a 2. So 84-76. 5:40 left in the fourth. 8-point game. Derrick White with the 3. Misses. Uh-oh, Knicks are, we've seen this before. Allowing New York to stay in it, missing threes. You gotta get your butt in the paint. Do what you did in the first half. Mikal Bridges with the ball. Mikal Bridges drives. Look like he's losing the ball. Okay, gets out to Brunson. Okay, yeah, Derrick White gets the foul, going to the rim against Josh Hart. Derrick White's going to the free throw line, put the Celtics up 10 with 5:05 left in the fourth. It looked like the Knicks were about to cut the lead down to about 6 or 5, but Jalen Brunson was rushed into that three-point shot. Good defense by Derrick White, on top of him getting the rebound in the process. All right, Celtics are at the free throw line. Derrick White has a chance to put the Celtics up 10. If he makes both free throws, he knocks the first one down. Yeah, that should have been a foul. I mean, Derrick White put his hand up, but he didn't give Brunson any sort of landing space. That could have really hurt Jalen Brunson in that area. Yeah, protect the shooter. So big time miss by the ref there, but Derrick White makes both free throws, put the Celtics up 10 points with exactly 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. All right, Brunson with the ball. Very important for the Knicks to get something going here in the next few minutes or so. Knicks, Brunson with the ball, passes out to Mikal Bridges. Sits the screen by Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges with the 3. Rolls in and out the rim. Jaylen Brown just standing there, not rebounding. And he pays the price. Jalen Brunson ends up getting the 3. 86-79. Celtics are up by 7 points with 4:30 left. Derrick White with the ball, top of the key. Tatum sets the screen on Brunson. Just don't do anything dumb if you're Tatum. Derrick White with a 3-point shot. It misses. Okay, Celtics are starting to become stagnant. Knicks they're feasting off the Celtics' missed opportunities. Brunson with the ball. Tatum with the basketball. Or Tatum guarding Brunson. Good defense by Tatum. Oh, almost a steal by Derrick White. Bridges with the 3. Misses. But Tatum gets the ball back. Steal. Derrick White with the ball. Outlet to Tatum in the right corner. Can Tatum knock it down? Tatum misses once again. Still struggling from the field. Knicks 8 for 27 from 3-point range. Celtics 10 of 39 from 3. Both teams are struggling from downtown throughout this entire game. Still a 7-point lead from the Celtics. Can the Knicks cut it down? Josh Hart cuts down to 5. 3:15 left in the fourth. 13-2 Knicks run. Can the Celtics find a way? Close it out. Can they find a way to close it out, or can the Knicks get themselves back in the series? Jaylen Brown. All Celtics are starting to struggle. Celtics they're duplicating them what they did. Celtics are not rebounding right now, and it's costing them.
Foul on Tatum. Smart foul because it looked like Bridges had a wide open three.
Celtics are not getting any sort of rebound. Knicks are getting all the second chance opportunities, doing the dirty work down low. 86-81. Celtics are up 5 with 2:43 left in the fourth.
Coverage on TNT presented by Wingstop.
When I found out I had my first chance,
Again, the Knicks are they're cutting the lead down. You know, can the Celtics close it out, man? This is what same thing that happened in game 1, where they had a lead and they started selling for jump shots. Instead of being aggressive, getting to the paint, getting to the free throw line, let the Knicks hang around. This is it. Got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Knicks are down 5. At least the Knicks were down big early, and once again, they were able to get themselves back in the game, down 5, with just under 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Knicks do here. Can they come back? Can the Celtics close? Can the Celtics close it out?
An average of over $22 per
It's going to be interesting.
communities across America.
It's going to be a great finish. That's all I know. It's what it's going to be looking like, honestly, throughout the rest of the series. The way it's going so far, I mean, like I've been saying, it's going to come out to, when it comes down to Knicks Celtics, it's going to come down. Every game is going to come down to the fourth quarter. You can almost guarantee that. You think a team looking like they're pulling away, and then the team gets right back in it. Every team goes on the run. This is what the Celtics do every time. They have a lead, and then they let teams hang around, and then the Knicks get themselves back into the game. And then Brunson's getting hot at the right time as well. So that's not a good sign for the Celtics. So can they close? That's the question I keep asking. Can the Celtics close? Or will the Knicks come back and take a commanding 2-0 lead going back to New York? It's a big 2.5 minutes for the Celtics to, get a bucket here, to try to extend the lead.
Equals power. It's gentrifying. What do you expect?
I dare any mainlander set foot in this island.
All right. All right, Celtics are about to come back on after this commercial.
Are you looking at 4x4s on
Too many damn commercials. I don't like it.
No,
Whenever you look at 4x4s, you
Anyway, 82 or 86
I honestly don't know.
to 82. Celtics are up 4 with 2.5 minutes left in the fourth.
I was thinking of something more sophisticated. Oh, fine. Keep the
Dude, these commercials are so long. It doesn't even make any sense how long these commercials are. Just get back to the game. Get back to the game. Come on. Let's go. Here we go. There we go. All right.
Here was a shot that we called a 3. We set the great view from where we sit.
Okay, so the Knicks, so it was 86-81, but Mikal Bridges' foot was behind the line, so they gave him an extra point. So it's 86-82, actually, not 86-81, with 2.5 minutes left in the fourth. And it's Knicks' ball, by the way, too. So can the Celtics get a stop? Can the Knicks cut the lead down? Can the Celtics close it out? This is a huge game for the Celtics. They cannot afford to go down 0-2. Now OG's coming back into the game here for the New York Knicks.
Man, Robinson's been so good.
Mitchell Robinson is a wild card. Again, he's keeping the Knicks in the game with the rebounding, with the second chance opportunities.
So they're going to roll the dice. Keep Robinson on the floor.
They're actually going to keep Anunoby on the bench. They're going to keep Robinson on the floor for right now. Inbounds the ball, and Celtics are fouling Mitchell Robinson, which is not a bad call because Mitchell Robinson is a terrible free throw shooter. I mean, he airballed a free throw earlier. Just go back and watch the tape. It's actually hilarious. He didn't come close hitting the net or anything. So now the Knicks are Mitch Robinson's coming out, and Anunoby's coming in. He's in the game now. All right, Knicks inbound the ball. Brunson inbounds to Towns. All right, Towns to Mikal Bridges, over to Anunoby. Brunson in the corner to Josh Hart. Air ball. Uh-oh. Knicks are down 2. And 1 from Towns. Off the missed shot from Hart. Knicks cut down to 1. I mean, we got 2:33 left. I mean, there's still a lot of time left in this game, but the Celtics are starting to let the Knicks come back now. Can Towns knock this down to put the Knicks down 1? It's 86-84. All right, 86-85. What are the Celtics going to do here, man? Celtics are not even rebounding. They're just letting the Knicks get – I mean, Towns just all over the offensive glass right now. Tatum with the ball. All right, he drives on Anunoby. Tatum misses another shot. Holy smokes. Celtics they haven't made a bucket in 6.5 minutes. They're on the scoring drought for 6.5 minutes. Okay, yeah. Brunson with the ball, and Knicks take the lead. Woo! Knicks take the lead, 87-86. Brown has the ball. Jesus Christ. Jaylen Brown can't make a bucket to save his life. The Celtics, I'm telling you again, the Celtics have made a bucket in almost 7 minutes. So you're talking about since the 8-minute mark, since they last made a bucket. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth. All right, Bridges misses the 3. Big time rebound for the Celtics. Can the Celtics make a bucket here? All right, Brunson with the foul on Derrick White. 1:15 left in the fourth.
Well, back to his last bucket, we talked about his fundamentals.
I'm telling you, this is where Brunson gets hot. It's always the fourth quarter. I mean, he struggles early, but then when it comes to that fourth quarter, he knows when to get hot at the right time. Brown with the ball here, down 1 point with 1:05 left in the fourth. Can Brown make a bucket? Oh, my gosh. Derrick White with the missed free throw. Brunson with the missed. Yo, Brunson's cooking, guys. Holy crap. 21-2 run for the New York Knicks with 89-86, 50 seconds left for the New York Knicks. Celtics with the ball. Tatum with the ball. Okay, Tatum gets fouled, going to the rim for 2 free throws here.
Jalen Brunson in transition. All he had to do was go at the
wow, Brunson. Yo, I'm telling you guys, Jalen Brunson is a special player, man. As soon as you write him off, bro, it comes down to that fourth quarter. That's all that matters. He makes the necessary shots when it matters. Can Tatum knock the free throws down? Okay, Tatum knocks the first one down, 89-87. All right, can the Celtics get – and then Tatum knocks down this free throw, they're down 1, but can they get a stop? Because Jalen Brunson's hot right now, who has made the last few shots for the Knicks. Tatum shoots it. Okay, knocks down the free throw, 89-88. Knicks are up 1 with 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, Brunson with the ball. Jrue Holiday's guarding them. Yeah, you got to think about sending a double team. You can't let him just be on the island with him all alone. Brunson with the 3. Is that Celtics ball? Or? Okay, that's Celtics ball. Okay. Look like Brunson about to make that 3. Rolled out of the rim. Horford with the huge rebound, but it was off Anunoby as he catches the ball out of bounds. Okay, Boston ball, 24.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Celtics down 1, 89-88. This is a huge game for the Celtics. Cannot afford to go down 2-0. If you're New York Knicks, This is a golden opportunity to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this series.
Boston with the ball down by 1, game 2 on TNT.
All right. A little commercial break right now, but Celtics have the ball with 24.2 seconds left in the fourth.
America's #1 track.
Who's going to get the ball here? Is it going to be Tatum? Is it going to be Jaylen Brown? Is it going to be Derrick White? Again, Celtics have a bunch of players that can make shots when it matters most. It's just going to be a matter of can they get the right shot up and not be selfish with the basketball and taking the bad shots. And can the Knicks play solid defense here and get the stop that they need?
This book is rated #1 in photo books. The New York Times called it the best book building.
Ooh, my boy.
And the Wall Street Journal said it's unmatched.
The Celtics are on the ropes. I mean, defending NBA champions are on the ropes right now.
With up to 50%
They have to get this game. They can't afford to go down 2-0.
Knicks book is rated #1.
Cannot afford to go down 2-0.
The New York
If you're the
Times
New York
called it
Knicks,
the best
you got to play
book
solid
building.
defense without fouling. That's going to be the key in this possession.
Start your best creation yet. Order your Knicks book now with up to 50% off and free shipping.
All right, we're back. Jason Tatum. I assume the ball is going to go to him.
Boston's last field goal was at 8:40.
If you're the Celtics, you just have to get the right shot up. You can't just rush a shot and it's a bad shot. You got to get a good shot up. And if you're the New York Knicks, you have to play solid defense without fouling as well. Tatum with the drive. Easy bucket. Celtics up 90-89. We have a great game. We have a great finish on our hands, folks. Celtics up 90-89 with 18 seconds left. Tatum with the drive. Easy drive. Being aggressive, not settling. Now it's going to come down to the Celtics stopping Jalen Brunson or whoever gets the ball. It's probably going to be Jalen Brunson because he's been making shots the last few possessions here. So can the Celtics get the stop here to get the series tied up, or can the New York Knicks take a commanding 2-0 lead? I guarantee the ball is going to go to Jalen Brunson here. Guarantee. I can guarantee you guys. It's going to go to Jalen Brunson. I mean, who else would it go to? So can the Celtics get the necessary stops? It's going to take a collective effort defensively against Jalen Brunson. You can't just let Jalen Brunson on. You can't leave him on the island or leave someone on the island with Jalen Brunson. You just can't do it. He's too special a player. He can get his shot up easily no matter who's guarding him. You got to know it's got to be team defense against Jalen Brunson. And if he ends up missing the shot, the Celtics have to rebound. They've struggled throughout this game with rebounding, especially Mitchell Robinson down low, getting the second chance opportunities for the New York Knicks. That's why the Knicks got back into the game. All right, we are back here.
All evening for Tatum, but when the Celtics needed him most, a straight line coast-to-coast drive.
All right, we're back. This is it, guys. This is it. 90-89. Celtics are up with 18.5 seconds left in the fourth. Jalen Brunson inbounding the pass to Josh Hart. Back to Jalen Brunson. The ball is going to go to him. Gets fouled.
He's 1 of 2 from the line. Holiday picks up the foul for the Celtics.
Okay. Just good play by Brunson. I mean, he got to the free throw line. All right. Has a chance to tie it up or take the lead if he makes both. Celtics fans are loud right now. Brunson shoots the first one, rattles it in. Tied up 90-90. 12.7 seconds left.
And tonight from the line, 2 of 3 with 16 points. Here comes Robinson. There goes Towns on the substitution. With 12.7 to go in regulation.
12.7 left in regulation.
Boston has a timeout left.
All right, Brunson has a chance to take the lead here. All right, knocks it down. And the Celtics are not going to take their last timeout here. Celtics, Tatum has the ball here. Wow.
New York has gone up 2-0. And defense again at the end.
Knicks won 91-90.
Mikal Bridges
They take a commanding 2-0 lead going back to New York on Saturday for Game 3.
carried them offensively.
Teams that win the first 2 games of a best-of-7 series on the road, 85% of the time, they win the series.
Right there.
I don't know what Tatum was doing. He looked like he was trying to go to his left. And then there was 3 New York Knicks defenders right on him. Just they didn't get good. I mean, even if he would have got the shot off, they were all over him. He wasn't going to get a good shot off anyway. All right. So this is the same situation where in Game 1, Derrick White threw a pass out to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown catches the ball, and the Knicks were all over him. He couldn't even get a shot off. Same thing happened here. Tatum got to the left side of the court. There was 3 New York Knicks defenders right there, and they were on his butt the entire time. He couldn't even get a shot off. So great defense by New York Knicks. The Celtics are your NBA defending champions. They're on the ropes right now. Is the series over for the Boston Celtics? I mean, you're down 2-0, going back to New York. Knicks is playing with a lot of confidence right now, playing with a lot of momentum. It's going to be interesting to see how the Celtics respond. I mean, listen, the Celtics at the end of the day, they're not a good home team. I mean, if you look at the record, they're 28-13 at home, 33-8 on the road. So I wouldn't necessarily say the Celtics the season's over because the Celtics obviously they're a better road team than they are at home, but they are in trouble at the same time because the New York Knicks is a very good team, very physical defense. Again, they were down. Again, another lead blown by the Celtics. Another 20. They were up 20 points in this game once again, and they were able to close it out. Again, no wins by the home team so far. The road teams have been dominant so far in the second round. Amazing. So that's going to do it. Obviously, thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of Keaton Talks Sports. I'm going to be live again for the Cleveland Cavaliers Indiana Pacers game. I believe it's Thursday or Friday. I have to look again, but I will be live for Game 3. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. This is your boy Keaton Talks Sports. Deuces, guys. Have a good night.
My dad's in the NBA. No way. Ever heard of him? Ever heard of him? What can I say? He's a pro.
We're proud to support the healthcare program